Hello everyone. This is June 21st, 2021, 10:30 a.m. on a Monday morning. And it is absolutely beautiful. It's 21 degrees already at 10:30 a.m. So it is officially the first day of summer. Isn't that wonderful? First day of summer today. So I thought, what better place to go than down by the water? So here we are on the Halifax waterfront, and we're just gonna try to stay where it's nice and cool today if we can. And it's such a beautiful day out here. And from where I'm standing right now, I am right by, if you walk down the street past Tim Hortons and come straight down to the waterfront, that's where I'm starting this video. So I'm looking up, you can see the bridge in the distance and some buildings here and some things, and the ferry terminal is right over there. So while I'm in this area, there's 3 boats here. I thought we'd just take a look at those boats. And these are all boats you can take tours on and things, and harbor cruises and things like that. This is a sailboat with 3 masts, but I think it has a diesel engine as well, because I've seen it going around with the sails down. So, but it's a beautiful boat, well maintained. So we just got a good chance to walk right up to it right now. It's not always parked this close, easy access, but we got a good chance to look at it, so that's what we're going to do. And we'll look at some more boats that are anchored here in the harbor as well, tied up here. This is a beautiful boat. I'd say that boat is probably from one end to the other. It's probably, I don't know, 60, 70 feet, maybe. So we'll walk up by it, take one last look, and then we'll move on and look at some other boats that are here for the summer. Provided we don't get into another COVID mess and have to shut it all down again. We hope not. We hope we get the summer in at least before that happens. And we hope it doesn't come back to that again. We can only hope. Anyways, here we are, first day of summer. So this is a happy day, and it's beautiful weather out too as well, so I love it. Gotta love this day. Absolutely beautiful. So we'll take a look at these boats over here. Ferry terminal's got one in, and and these are boats that you can also take cruises on the harbor on. I think sometimes you take like a party on them, but maybe other things too. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's a beautiful boat, a replica of a Mississippi River boat. I like to take it from a distance, but a side view. This is as far back as I can go because the wall's right behind me here. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. Looks like it's all been cleaned and painted, ready for the tourist season. It's called the Harbor Queen, and it certainly is that. It's beautiful, beautiful boat. And here's another one called the Quathra Spirit. There we go. Got my tongue around it finally. And it's not a bad looking boat either. Everything's been just newly painted, you can tell just looking at them. Ready for the summer, hoping to make some money this summer. I hope they do. I think we're all a little skeptical now. We thought we was really doing a good job on the virus, everybody getting vaccinated. And then we hear about these variants that people are catching even if they're vaccinated. So I don't know where this will end. I'm not sure. I've got my first shot. I still got to get my second one, which is in August. And beyond that, I can't go every month for another vaccination for another kind of virus. So this is it. And hopefully it does the trick. So far, staying out of harm's way. Here's a little thing here. Let's walk right out on this and get a look at the harbor from right out here as far as we can go. There you go. You can see the Woodside Ferry coming in. And here's a look at the boats. If we was in normal times, this would be crowded down here. There's just a few local stragglers, that's all. This would be absolutely crowded if we were in normal times. And no COVID. The tourists should be down here all over the place. I was here the first year we moved here. And it was the first day of summer, it would be like crowded. Tourists everywhere, people from America, and people from our other provinces, Ontario, and all over Atlantic Canada and Quebec. Yeah, it'd be very busy here. But due to the times we're in and the virus, it's not very good. This restaurant changed hands while the virus was on, and this is looks like it's Mexican food, Spanish or something. It's called the El Toro, a nice Spanish restaurant. So we'll walk past the ferry terminal and have a look at the waterfront up here, and then maybe we'll go down the other way. So we just want to see that everything's open because they're hoping to get some business this summer. And so I can't blame them there. We try to make the best of this situation. So you can now travel freely between the provinces in Atlantic Canada. That will help a little. I never heard anything about Ontario. I don't think you can come down here yet without quarantine. Well, Atlantic Canada you can. There's the ferry heading for the Dartmouth side. So, Dartmouth Terminal's right over there. Right over there. And the other terminal is, can't see it from here, it's over that way, the Woodside one. Okay, so anyways, this is our waterfront. About it, that goes a little bit more, but not much farther that way. So we'll go down the other way, right down through, and I want to see how many boats are in today. So we'll kind of take an in-depth shot at each one, if we can, and you can get a look at some of the boats that's anchored here. Oh, somebody sent me something, but it's all right. I can't answer it right now. Historic properties right through that gate. We'll take you all through the I've covered that a couple of times already though, so I don't think I'll go through there. If you want to see historic properties, you can look up one of my other videos or somebody's videos, He's been covered a lot, so we'll just walk down the waterfront for now. I know you've seen the waterfront before, but a lot of these boats weren't in here all winter and springtime. The boats weren't here. So what I want to see today is the boats that are in here and show those to you. Show you all the boats that are in here and see how many people's walking around down here. So I believe we have to go back out on the street to get the other side of that building. So due to the construction, you're supposed to be able to walk right through there, but because of the construction, there's a fence in there. So we have to go around. Oh, this is the restaurant is a Spanish restaurant, not a Mexican restaurant. It's Spanish. It says, visit Spain. And it says, give Dad a taste of Spain for Father's Day. Well, Father's Day just passed. And I got to say, I celebrated it very well with my wife and my son. And I got some phone calls from my kids that are away in other provinces. And that was really nice. So I had a good Father's Day. I hope all you fathers out there did too. And it's always nice when people think of you on these days. And they don't just forget about you. I hope that wasn't your case. Okay, we're going to go right past this building, and then we'll go back down to the waterfront and see what's going on there. You know, anything I video today will be beautiful because this is such a beautiful day. It's warm, the sun is shining. A few clouds here and there, but they're talking about a big storm that might be coming here. We don't know yet. A typhoon or something like a hurricane coming up from the coast. But they're saying it could veer off out to the ocean and die. So we don't really know yet. We're going to see that. But we'll probably see some rain in the next day or two. See, you can't go through there now either because they're working in there. But that's okay. We're going to walk past the end of the building and then we'll go in there. So we're walking on Lower Water Street right now. This is the bicycle path, but I won't walk on that. I can walk in between here. Lower Water Street has a lot of traffic, a lot of truck traffic because there's a lot of places down here for these delivery trucks to go, and also the container traffic comes up Water Street from the terminal. That's the route out of the city. You come down Hollis, you go back out water because they're one-way streets. That building right there is beautiful. The design of it and how well it's maintained. Absolutely love it. It's really good. Very British looking building. For my friend Mohammed, who's in Halifax, UK, if you look at that building, don't you think that looks like something in England? I think it does. There's a lot of British influences here in Halifax because a lot of our European settlers came from England, and so it's got some looks, similar looks, some of the older buildings. They kind of look like they could be in England. We're going to have some loud noise from this truck. but I'll walk past it and then we'll be good again. Somebody's getting a delivery down here. Something. Oh, something big coming off the back of that. Ooh. You want to see how they unload that? Okay. This is how they unload that, because it might fall. We better get back. We better get back, because this thing is heavy. And they're taking it off of that truck, and it could fall. So they're really being careful. Everybody's standing back, anticipating the worst, because it's heavy and they got a small machine carrying it. So if it falls, I want to make sure my camera is pointed towards it. I'm not hoping it falls, but if it does, I want to capture it on video. So we're hoping that they'll get this off in one piece and that it won't fall. Something very heavy getting delivered here. Well, it looks like it's going to be successful in any event. So, yeah, we can keep on going. We've seen enough of the heavy load coming off there. Let's walk down here. Here's this boat right here. Is not a tour boat. This is a museum boat. This was a ship that used to be in use. I don't know the whole history of it. It's called the Acadia, and I presume it carried passengers at one time. I don't know if it was went across the Bay of Fundy, maybe from Digby. I don't know. I don't know if it did or not. I'm just guessing. I know they had one called the Princess of Acadia that used to go across there, but I don't know if that's the same ship. I don't think so. Anyways, when this COVID is over and the museum is opened up and we can take tours again, I promise you I will take a video tour of that boat if they let me in there with it. Some people are kind of touchy on that. They don't want you to video anything, and others don't mind. So we'll just look at it from here. I don't think I'm supposed to go down there too far, but I'll walk in a little bit. As much as we can and get a picture of this boat. That will probably be as far as we would want to go in. Okay. They've been working on this boat for a long time, trying to put it in good shape so that tourists can go in there and look at it. And you'll be able to take a trip through it. Which I'm waiting for that because I would really like to do that. These are the lifeboats off of that ship. They will eventually be going back on, I would imagine, once they get them all fixed up and painted and whatever they got to do, put them back on the ship. I would imagine they'll probably go on there. I won't bother going all the way out there today because I've done that before. Let's just walk over here and see what's down in here. There's a small boat and it's made to go. Got two big Mercury outboards on it. I'm guessing that boat might belong to it looks something like the boat that the customs guys use. Canada Customs got a boat like that out here. It could be theirs. So that's my guess. That's what that boat is, because they got one just about exactly like that. And it's really rigged up to go. You can tell those two big motors, that thing will fly across the water. There's something about the Acadian ship right here. Here it is. Let's find out. CSS Acadia. Belongs to the Maritime Museum now. Well, we'll try to find out what we can about it, okay? So, in 56 years of active service, this venerable ship served many roles, from its launch in 1913 to its decommissioning in 1969. It's a Canadian scientific ship. Acadia surveyed Canada's waters from Sable Island to Hudson's Bay in the eastern Arctic. From their shipboard home, Acadia's crew of 50 engaged with Indigenous and other coastal communities while creating charts for safe navigation. It is the last ship left afloat to have served in both the First and Second World Wars. Become a part of Acadia's story and tag us at pound or plus CSS Acadian. So there you go. It was a scientific ship. So isn't that pretty amazing? Now we know the Acadia was a scientific ship that charted safe routes for ships to travel up and down the Atlantic, from Sable Island all the way up to the Arctic. Wow. So they had some scientists on board. I see a I can't pronounce it. Hydrographer, like a photographer, but hydrographer. Okay, and so since 1913, the ship has been active, and it was decommissioned in 1969. So it's an old boat. It's been around a while. There's a picture of it there. And here's one when it was right out on the water, sailing under its own steam. Not an extra large ship, but an ocean-going vessel nonetheless. So anyway, that's the boat. One day maybe we'll get to take a trip on it. This was taken shortly after this boat was launched. It's a Canadian government ship, CGS Acadia, belonged to the government of Canada during a sea trial shortly after her launch in 1913. So as with any vessel, I would imagine, they take them out and try them before they put them into service, because they want to make sure they can handle, what they can do. Probably see how sharp they can turn, how rough of waters they can be in, and still safe. This boat was equipped with engines and sails, so it could do both. Okay, we've learned about the Acadian, and there it is. Let's just compare what we see here to that picture, okay? So there it is right there. You see it's got two masts, and its engine's going. Probably a coal-fired engine back then, 1913, more than likely. Could have been diesel, but I imagine it probably was a coal-fired engine, but hard to say. And we will look over here at the boat, and you can see it's pretty much as it was then. The two masts, smokestack. Yeah, pretty much as it was in that picture. So let's continue on. we don't want to spend too much time in one spot, but we do want to look at things. So I hope you're enjoying this walk today on this beautiful, beautiful summer morning, the first day of summer. It's absolutely wonderful being down here. I wish you could be right here. All my viewers that don't live in Halifax, I wish you could be right here today, because this is absolutely a beautiful spot to be in on this first day of summer. There's a kids area to play, and I got to tell you something about this area right here. The floor is made out of a thick type of sponge, so you can step on it, and if you fall, you won't hurt yourself, because it's flexible. Okay, and I see they got the wave all fenced in now. For some reason, oh, they're going to do something to it. Probably painting. Hard hat, safety glasses, safety footwear. It's a construction site. To go in there, you got to be ready for work. You got to be working there to go in there. So it looks like they've painted it already. It looks like it's got fresh paint on it. So they probably just fixing it up that way to make it attractive, make it look good again. So that's probably what they're doing. All right, we can see there's some activity going on over here. A lot of activity, in fact. I'm going to take this mask right down. It's just hanging on my chin, but pull it right off there. It's kind of getting uncomfortable. I think I'll just stuff it in my pocket, and I won't put it back on unless I'm going in somewhere. There we go. Looks like something else you're going to be able to rent this summer is these Sea-Doos, or whatever they call these things. A Sea-Doo, yeah. Looks like you'll be able to come down here and rent one of these. Take it out for a spin. Well, that's pretty cool. Here's a couple of small private-owned boats. And you can see there's a lot of construction going on right there, which I doubt if I can walk over there because it's probably closed, but we'll see. We'll walk over and see. I don't even know exactly what they're doing there yet. They got those long pipes down into the water. It looks like they must be pillars for something. Not sure. I know they're going to be doing something over here with the new ferry that's going in. They got to accommodate that somehow. But I don't think that's it there, but you never know. Yeah, the wave has been painted. So they got new fresh paint on the wave. Every kid knows about that right there because they love to climb on it. And they always have a sign up that says, "Don't climb on this," and it's always loaded with kids. So no one pays attention to the sign that says not to climb on it. This is all new right here. This little, right here is where the pilot boats used to be. Pilot, the ones that go out and guide big ships in, help them come in so they won't get into trouble. This is the spot where those boats were. And they've moved them now. This is it. This changed down here. Pilot boats no longer come here. They're up by the McKay Bridge. I've seen them up there. And that's where the Coast Guard is and different things like that. So that used to be the pilot spot, no longer. And this spot right here that's all grown up is where I used to do busking in the summer, right here. And now it's all full of plants and flowers and bushes. But that was the spot where I used to sit when I was busking in the summer. So, but not this summer, because I haven't even tried it this summer because there's not a lot of people down here. It's hardly worth the effort to come down here and play your guitar all afternoon A set of guitar strings only lasts. You're lucky if you can get 3 or 4 days out of them when you're playing for hours like that and it's hot and your hands are sweaty on the strings. And so it's not really worth it. Come down here and have your guitar out in the hot sun all day and maybe risk something warping or who knows. And you got to change your strings every week. It's worth it if you got tourists down here because you can make quite a bit of money. But without tourists down here, you'd probably be lucky if you made $10 at the end of the day, and that's about what you pay for a set of guitar strings. So I haven't bothered with it since the pandemic. I haven't bothered coming down here because I just figured it wasn't worth doing it. I'd rather put my time to use making some videos, and this doesn't cost a lot of money to make a video. It costs me nothing because I'm retired. I'm not missing work to do it, and it doesn't cost me anything. So I'm out getting my exercise and making a video. I see on my account there I've got 370 subscribers as of this morning. So thanks to everybody who's become a subscriber. I really appreciate that. And if I've got some listeners out there or some viewers that wondering about, maybe you're new to this and you don't know what that means, subscribing. Well, all that means is whenever I make a video, you'll be notified that of the new video, so you can watch it. That's all it means. And it is a really big help to us people who walk around making these videos, because when you get 1,000 subscribers, you can start getting some ads on and maybe make a little bit of money. You're not going to get rich, but you might make a little bit. So that's why you get subscribers. I'm almost halfway there now. I think by next summer I might be to the point where I can start making a little bit of money from these videos. But you certainly don't do it for the money, because I do it to get out of the house, and I walk more than I would if I was just walking. I probably wouldn't walk as much as I do when I'm making videos. That truck is noisy, so I don't think I'll get too close to that. But I would like to walk out here. So I will have to endure it until I get by. The Waterfront walk. Well, these boats with the cranes on them have been here for a long time now. And I'm not really sure what they're doing. So I'm not even going to make a guess at it. I don't know what it is they're doing. But they've got these long beams. So I'm not just sure. Looks like they're digging down into the bottom, to maybe put cement piers in or something. I don't know, I'm just guessing. But anyways, it's a construction type of a boat. That's all I know. Don't know any more than that about it. One of these boats that was in here, somebody told me it was a scientific boat. Could be. But that is from a construction company right there. It says Canadian Argosy, McNally Construction Incorporated. So they're doing construction work, whatever it is. We will see in time. It looks like they're building a wharf out right there, because by the looks of that. Time will tell what they're doing. It's a big job. It's a very big project they're doing. But I suppose when it's all over, we'll find out what it is. Okay. The Harbor Walk. I had no idea where I was going when I came out here, but decided to walk out here since it's such a beautiful day today. I couldn't resist it. Come down to the waterfront and spend some time. Where we'll go after this, I'm not sure. But these hammocks are very nice. I've never actually got in one of them. I don't think I will right now because I got my backpack on. I'd have to take that off to get in there. So I won't bother with that right now. But it's a good place to relax if you want to lay in one of those hammocks. They thought of everything. They got you can throw it out in the water if somebody accidentally falls off the pier. They're not anticipating it, but in the event that happens, if you can hold on to something, somebody will throw that rope over and you can climb to safety. Right there where that crane is, the big construction job that started up. I think I read that they managed to get, was either 2 or 3 acres of land from the city, from the province, whoever owns that land, from the waterfront. They managed to get that land to build it's a big project. And it's going to be a condo type tower, but on the bottom floors it's going to be open for business, like public business. So there'll be restaurants and probably bars and probably gift shops and things that tourists should be interested in down here. That's going to be right over there. We'll get a little closer to it, and you can kind of get the idea how big that project is. I would say it'll be 2 or 3 years away before we see it. Before it opens, you're probably looking at 3 years. Usually that's how these things work. The first year, there's the hole in the ground, and the crane is up, and the excavating is going on, and the second year, it starts to climb, and the third year, we finish all the inside work to the buildings and all that, and all the last minute things that have to get done, and they open. It usually about 3 years to put something up this size. But it's really going to add to the Halifax skyline, having this building right here at the waterfront. I think it's a good idea. Yeah, we'll have to give up a little bit of land here, but that's okay. We've got lots of land down here on the waterfront to walk. It doesn't really hurt anything. And I understand our route is just temporary. We'll be going back to the old route through here. That's Sorry. I cut off a jogger. Didn't know she was right behind me. I just thought I'd walk up through here. You can see what all is in here. So apparently this particular spot is called Bishop's Landing. That's the proper name of this restaurant right here. Bishop's Landing Restaurant. I see the Bicycle Thief restaurant is doing good today. Lots of customers, people coming in. It's a good patio right there. Okay, something's on. Somebody's notifying me for something, but I can't answer it right now, so I'll just check it out later. So here's where they rerouted us for the construction, but it's only temporary. We're going to be able to go right around the other way after. Normally we went down that way and walked around, but because of the construction, we go this way now. They made a nice walkway here, I gotta say. It looks like it will be permanent, but I guess it's going to be here for the next 2 or 3 years, so that's why they did a good job building this. I'm not losing any time getting at it. They're digging the hole here, and they got a crane up. There may be a second one side. That one will be enough for that. Here's the project, what it looks like when it's done. There's a view like no other. Okay, coming in 2023. So that means you're only going to be 2 years building this. That's going to be pretty good. You can build this in 2 years. So, you've got, this is the wharf where we're standing right now. This spot where we are would be right there. And you're going to have, let's see how many floors we're going to have here. You're going to have 1, 2, and then you got that space in the middle. There's probably a high ceiling for whatever's inside there. So, but if you count the floors, it would be 1, 2, 3, and then all the shorter ones. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It'll be about 17 or 18 floors when it's all completed. So that's going to look really good on the waterfront. Got to say, it was a great idea. I think it was anyway. It's called the Canard Project and New Public Spaces. 2 acres, that's what it is right here. Look. Approximately 2 acres of high quality public space. Work with communities on the waterfront. Okay, so we're talking a 2-year project, and here it is on the map. All right. So it's definitely going to add something to the waterfront. Yeah, you imagine living right there, what that'd be like? I would imagine it'll be one of the most expensive housing in the city, probably. To be right here on the waterfront looking out over the harbor. I like getting a look through there and see what it looks like where they're working on it, but I don't think I'll be able to see much through this screen. There's screens here that you can see a little bit through, but wouldn't be enough to show you anything. But sometimes there's a little opening that they didn't get covered. And you can get a peek in there. Not going to see much through here, I don't think. Coming in 2023, so that's pretty exciting. There it is from a distance, what the whole thing could look like on the waterfront here. It looks like there's all kinds of shops and stores in the bottom of that. So, 13250 Lower Water, Kennard Place. Well, what are we going to do now when we get down there? Not sure. We'll keep walking. Maybe you like just walking around like I do, whether there's anything real interesting to see or not. Still like walking around here. Just to look up towards the city from here. We are practically down in the south end pretty much now. We're almost, well, walking, we're not almost there, but you can see the cranes from the container terminal. If I was going to walk that, I'd be another half hour at least getting down there. It's a long walk from here. Because you don't go straight down, you have to, the way the road curves, it's quite a walk from here. You want me to zoom up on that lighthouse and stuff that's over there on the island? Just for something to do? Okay. Okay, here we go. I think I'm maxed out on my zooming now. Well, I went too far. There's the lighthouse. All right. Okay, so much for that. It wasn't that exciting, was it? Okay. In case you're wondering what that building is right there, I'm going to try to tell you. It just says something up there. It says Nova Scotia Power. That's what that building is. That's the office tower for Nova Scotia Power. There's the sign right up on the top there, Nova Scotia Power. Can you see how quiet it is down here? The first summer we was here before the pandemic, this was crowded down here with tourists because the cruise ships come in just down here. And when you get one cruise ship, sometimes there's like 3,000 people on that one ship. And they flood the waterfront here. They come down here, imagine putting 3,000 people on this boardwalk, what that's like. It puts a lot of business here, put a lot of people walking around, and I seen it with 5 cruise ships in here in one day. That's a lot, and it puts a lot of people walking around the boardwalk, and it's very busy and good for tourism and good for the shops. But when you don't have that, that changes everything. The locals through the week are working. Most people are, unless you're retired or you're disabled or unemployed or something, but most people are working all week. So there's not really a lot of people down here. The weekends, people come down here a little more, but through the week, even though it's summer, there's not that many people here. This used to be the market area of the boardwalk. And you see how quiet it is now. There was all kinds of tourist type shops in there that sold all kinds of things from Nova Scotia and clothing and all that kind of stuff. And I heard they're moving the market. They're not even going to be there anymore. So that's what happens. We'll take a walk down here a little ways, and then I'll cut up into the south end, and I don't know if I'll keep the video going all the way up through there or not. I'm not sure. We're about I can't quite make it out. I think we're about 50 some minutes into this video. So I had a video up today, so this is Monday. This one here will be going up on Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah. It'll be going up on Wednesday, this video. So we'll walk over to the little park, which is in front of this hotel. So I probably should go this way if I want to get over there. If I go any farther, I'm going to have to backtrack. Okay, so we'll walk around the hotel and go to the little park, see what that looks like. Maybe I'll go down to Tim Hortons and get a coffee and a donut and bring it up to the park and hang out there for a little bit. So that was my walk through the waterfront today. I know I've walked through there several times. Another video, YouTubers have walked through there, and you've seen it probably over and over, but nothing's ever the same. Every time you do something, it's a little bit different. Something's changed. Like the boats. Those boats weren't there the last time I was in there. The Acadia was there, but those cruise boats, those harbor cruises and party boats, they weren't there the last time I came down here. One of them was parked up there in Bedford when I did that video in Bedford. I know one thing, I got my denim jacket on and I gotta soon take that off. As it's getting warm. There goes the container trucks coming out of the terminal. This is the route into the container terminal. You just follow that right down around. It'll take you to the container terminal. And you go down on this, if you make a right here, you're on lower water. So that's the route out of the city from down here. Lower water. It goes right up past where I started my walk there by Tim Hortons on the other end of the city. That's the street that goes right all the way up there. It's the road out. Okay, guess I can walk across here now. And we'll take this crosswalk here. And we'll walk over to where the park is and we'll cut diagonally through the park because it's a little quicker. Probably go down and get something from Tim Hortons and then come back up and hang out in the park. So I'll probably end my video somewhere around the park. So if you want to hang with me for a few more minutes, we'll end it in the park. Which isn't far. I'll be over there in another 5 minutes or less. I left home this morning and I debated, should I wear just a t-shirt or should I put my denim jacket on? Because it was early when I left. It was between 7 and 8 o'clock, 7:30, something like that when I left home. And so I put on my denim jacket and didn't take long to realize that it's quite warm out. So maybe while I'm over in the park here, I got my backpack on, I got some room in there. Maybe I'll take my jacket off, put it in my backpack. I think it would be less hot to carry it than it would be to wear it. I'll just turn the camera around and show you what I'm wearing right now, and it's hot. There you go. Yeah, I'm just a little overdressed for this 20. It's about 22 degrees, and that's before the what it feels like from the heat. So it's I got a message from my wife. I'm going to have to call her shortly. So when I get over here in the park, I'll end this video and then I'll call my wife, see what she's up to. That's a good plan, I'd say. Park seems really busy today. There's a lot of people in there. I don't know what's going on. There's some kind of looks like they're standing around watching something. Maybe I should go down and see what this is. Some kind of a
of this land have been long ago, but the place installed in these drawings of life. which has assured up to very recent times the almost total exclusion of our people from the prosperity of this country and our marginalization. This quote from the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr.'s 1963 book, Why We Can't Wait, contains the condemning message.
Okay, well this brings this video to an end. I've been videoing here for about an hour, so we're going to end it right here. And if you like watching this video, hit that like button so we'll know, we'll get some feedback on it. And if you're not a subscriber yet, hit that subscribe button and you won't miss any videos that come out. All right, bye for now. Have a great day.